All right, so over the last year and a half, since, it's been increasingly more impossible to cop things on sneakers, I've been going after grails, right? I have a couple where we have an Air Jordan Grail pickup. That was an amazing pickup, I gotta say. And then there was this one right here, which was not a grail, but still a cool pickup. This one right here, which was another grail, very dope pickup. The Kobe Grail, also dope. And then there was this one where I copped a holy grail. But this is the first time when somebody has gifted me, not just a grail. This is like the grail of all grails, which you guys probably won't agree with, but I think we all have a different understanding on what a grail is, and that's okay. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. I just wanted to give a big quick thank you to Jose. He's actually a viewer. He's located in Florida. He actually hit me up and he was like, bro, I got these kicks. They've been sitting in my house for well over a decade. I think that you'd probably appreciate them. And when he told me what the model was, I was like, and he gifted it to me. I felt a little bad, and so I was like, are you sure you don't want to do like something else or whatever? And then he was like, how about a trade? You send me something, I'll send you these. I was like, cool, we got a deal, man. Now the trade that I'm sending him, he actually gifted me with these, which is one of my favorite shoes ever. So I'm going to gift him one of my favorite shoes ever, but I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. Hopefully he shares on social media or something and then I can share it on Instagram, but I'm going to gift him one of my favorite shoes of all time. And with all that being said, I don't know if you guys remember these things. Oh my God, this was such a great time in basketball history for footwear and basketball history in general. I mean, the 90s was where it was at. These are just a shoe that I love these things, man. Like, these are amazing. They are what they feel like is in wearable condition. Like, there's no crumbling, there's no sole separation, there's no separation between the midsole and the upper. It's really weird. The upper seems to be disintegrating more than the rest of the shoe, which is really telling because that normally doesn't happen, man. It just doesn't. And for those of you guys that don't know what this is the Converse All-Star 91. It was Dennis Rodman's first official signature sneaker. And yes, I know what you're thinking. What about the Nike Air Worm and Destruct? And while I do agree that that is technically a signature because that was the guy's nickname, was the Worm, it was kind of not. Especially because that shoe was like one of the last shoes that he wore with Nike before he went over to Converse. Now, most people remember Dennis Rodman for being the rebound king. Like, the guy is just amazing. And if you don't remember him for that, you probably remember him for his off-court antics. The guy's a legend, okay? Like, anybody that could do what he did off-court and then still do what he did on-court right afterwards, there should be a special award just for that. Although I think that might be like condoning bad behavior, but he was awesome. But anyways, most people remember Dennis Rodman wearing a lot of Nikes because that's primarily what he had worn throughout most of his career. There was a couple of things where he had worn like some Reeboks and stuff like that, but most people know him for the Nike Air Way Up, the Air Darwin, the Shake and Destruct, and all of that stuff is valid. But to me, I thought that everything was really validated for him on court when he got this shoe right here. I just thought that this was so cool. Not only did you want to wear the stuff that he wore because you wanted to be a beast like him, but when it was finally like his shoe, I was like, man, this is amazing. And I also like that all three of the, the Batman, Superman, and Rodman, it was a sign that was in like a VHS and all that stuff. But anyways, they all had their own signature shoes. Jordan had his, obviously, the Air Jordan, and then Pip had his with Nike, and then when Dennis got his with Converse, I was like, man, this is perfect. Like, just everybody's got their own steez. It's so sick. Now, these guys originally released around the 1996-97 season. I can't remember if it was in 96 because some things online say that it released in 96. Some things say that they released in 97. I can't find an official date, so we're just gonna leave it at that. And this right here is what I'm talking about when Converse, like when I get so upset with Converse, like this is the style of shoe that I'm talking about where it's a little taste of what they had back in the day. So like the 90s was something special because everybody was hitting from all angles.
Hey.
I mean, hey, take that however you want. But really though, like every brand was on their and they weren't just like on it, they were on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Fila, Reebok, British Knights, LA Gear, Jordan, Nike, Converse, Puma, not really. But you know what I mean? Like there was a lot of stuff back then and I was just like, man, like you had so many options, it wasn't even funny. If you were a shoe head back then, for me personally, I was circling everything in the East Bay magazine in the basketball section, like everything. I got none of it, but I circled it all. And this is the kind of that Converse or Nike that owns Converse should be like really going back and being like, when did we do stuff the best? Because that's what Nike does all the time, right? Jordan Brand does it too. When did we do stuff the best? What is the most nostalgic, the most captivating, has the best stories that are natural stories, not weird made up stories that never happened. I'm talking about real history. This is it right here. This is special. On top of that, they already did the history in their shoes like this, because one of my favorite shoes from that era actually is one that I had. So when I visited my brother, you guys know this story from the Air Jordan 11 black and red video, the breads or the playoffs, whatever the you call them. He gave me 2 pairs of shoes. In the story, I only said that he gave me the black and red 11s because that was the one that like really kick-started everything for me. But he gave me 2 pairs. It was that black and red Jordan 11, and he actually gave me a pair of the Converse All-Star 2000. Those were amazing. They were a remake of Dr. J's shoes. Those. But for modern performance, Converse did this way back when, man, way back when. Before there was Protros, before there was Retro, well, there wasn't. There wasn't. Converse been doing this. I don't know why Nike has neutered them. And I know that financially it doesn't look like that, but like the Converse Chuck Taylor like sells itself. That's a multi-generational shoe. You don't need to do anything. You just put them out. They literally sell themselves. It's not a big deal. I'm talking about keeping the brand heritage alive, and they don't do that very well. Look at this outsole. What do you see right there? What does that remind you of?
It's the bottom of a Converse shoe.
Exactly, Chuck Taylor. This is their heritage. It's their history. It's like the waffle for Nike. I don't know how it plays because I never owned a pair until right now, but you know, it looks like it would be fine, especially for outdoors. Reminds me a little bit of the Air Jordan 10. It doesn't have any stats or anything, just, you know, the way that the lines look. And then that guy right there, man, that is, I don't think this is actual React Juice, but it could be. You know what? Actually, I think that this is. Because my React Juice that was on my All-Star 2000s was just like this, but it was crystallized and crumbled inside. So React Juice was like a gel type of material, and that was the main cushion source. And I believe that's what this is right here. And it's still like perfect. It's so weird. Like I've never seen this stuff age this well. Now moving on up, I believe the midsole is polyurethane. I don't know for a fact, it just feels like it's polyurethane. And in some of the pictures that I've seen online when I'm out there hunting, like my eBay hunts and stuff like that, that I've seen of these, some of them are crumbled a little bit. Normally that's a polyurethane thing and not a Phylon thing. So I believe this is polyurethane. The upper is amazing, okay? First off, this basketball textured leather is awesome. Like this is so dope. I've always loved it. I still get a kick out of it right now. These lines right here that are on there, that Omnis shoe, really, like I was like, man, I swear I've seen this before. This is where it's from. On top of that, all of the material on this joint is fire, okay? Not all of it, but like the majority build all of this textured leather right here, and then the textured leather in the back, which also has that basketball type of material. It's all actual genuine leather. It's what we used to get on shoes. It's what I laugh about when Jordan Brand product descriptions say, we use genuine premium. No, you didn't. This is what it used to be. Now, the one area that is not aging so gracefully is the synthetic material. So the under booty area and the tongue top and like this collar area is all a synthetic build. It's very similar to what Nike would have dubbed Durabuck back in the day. And basically it's just synthetic nubuck. So this side right here is just fuzzy because a lot of the coating that was on top of it's gone. And then when I shake this one a little too much, it sprinkles itself all over. And then the tongue actually right here is canvas, which is a callback to
the Chuck Taylor.
That's right. So is that bad boy right here, that little patch. Everybody's seen that, right? I know. That's the most obvious one, but they actually spiced it up a little bit.
It's interesting that it's on the outside.
It's on both sides.
No, I know, but
I love that it's there though. Like they got the hint like, oh, we should probably brand this. This is what giant swooshes were about. Branding. Light bulb. The reflective tongue on the Jordan 5 was not just a cool feature, it was everybody in the stands is. So what better way for people to go from him to his shoes by adding some reflective stuff? Those are real, genuine stories. Tell that. And speaking of 3M, that's what this is made out of. Look at this star. Look at this. It's like a toy. It looks so cool. Look at that material. Jeez. Jeez. They even have a very similar patch on the tongue. Also reflective, also has a little cool star on there. The 91 with the bubble on the back and this tattoo, belly button tattoo, which is a really weird thing, but you know, everybody loved it when they did it on the Iversons, which was years later. I'm telling you, Converse did a lot of this stuff first, man. They're an OG in this game. Anyways, you guys sound off below and let me know what you think about these. This is again, the Converse All-Star 91, Dennis Rodman's first official signature shoe with the brand. I absolutely love these things. I think they're fantastic. I've got a glass case over there with my original Jumpman Pros, my Kobe 5 Hall of Fames, and these are going in there too. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. You guys let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. Do you remember them? Do you think that they're hot? Do you think that they're not? I'd love to hear about it. And until next time, guys, have a good one.